All right, welcome back. So in this video, we're going to talk about set methods. So Python has a set of built-in methods that you can use on lists. All right, welcome back. So in this video, we're going to talk about set methods. So Python has a set of built-in methods that you can use on sets. So the following methods we can use. So we have add method, which adds an element to the set. Clear method, which removes all elements from the set. All right, welcome back. So in this video, we're going to talk about set methods. So Python has a set of built-in methods that you can use on sets. So let's take a look at some of the methods that you can use. They have the add method, which adds an element to the set, the clear method, which removes all elements from the set, the copy method, which returns a copy of the set, the difference method, which returns a set containing the difference between two or more sets, the difference update removes the item in this set that are also included in another specified set, discard method, which removes the specified item, intersection returns a set that is the intersection of two other sets, intersection update removes the items in this set that are not present in other specified sets. IsDisjoint returns whether two sets have an intersection or not. IsSubset returns whether another set contains the set or not, and IsSuperset returns whether this set contains another set or not. So if I look at the other methods that they have, we have pop method, which removes an element from the set, remove method, which removes a specified element, Cymetric Difference returns a set with symmetric differences of two sets, Cymetric Difference Update inserts the symmetric differences from this set and another, Union returns a set containing the union of sets, and update updates the set with the union of this set and others. So with that, let's jump into the notebook and take a look at all these methods that are offered with using sets. All right, welcome into the notebook here for our sets. We're going to talk about set methods. So let's talk about the add method first, which adds an element to the set. Okay, now some of these are going to be review, which is fine, but I want you to get some practice in to really know what's going on with all these. So let's comment this out, and we're going to call this the add method, okay? Okay, and let's return, and then we'll do my set equals, and let's do Google, Facebook, and YouTube. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here, right here, our set. We'll use our set. That's going to be kind of our starting point. That way we can just go right to the example and you don't have to type out everything, okay? So we'll do our set.add, and let's add Twitter, okay? Now when I print our set, we're going to get Google, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, but it's going to be an unordered list, okay? So YouTube, Google, Twitter, Facebook, okay? Because it's unordered. All right, so that's an add method. Now let's look at the next one here, the clear method. Okay, so the clear method, what the clear method does is that allows you to remove all the elements from a set. Okay, so with that, let's do that. Let's copy this right here. Okay, these first two lines of code I want to copy. I'm going to undo that real quick, and we're going to drag this over like this, right click, and hit copy, and then let's paste this down here, and we're going to type in clear instead of add, just so we know what it is, and then we're going to actually go in and do a clear method. Now, why is it important to practice these and understand what they do? Well, you're going to need these, okay? So let's do our set.clear, okay, and then let's print our set. Okay, now when I run this, I got nothing there, and that's exactly what we wanted. Okay, so that's the clear method. Now, if we look at the copy method, returns a copy of the set. Okay, so this is going to copy our set. So let's go over here and let me highlight all this. And I'm going to do 2 lines there, copy that. We'll paste it here, and we're going to change this to the copy method. Okay, so the copy method, we're going to use the same set, but we're going to do x equals our set, and we're going to do .copy method, and then we're going to print X. And we should get a copy. And we get a copy. There you go. So that's how you copy a set. Okay? Now the next one we have here is the difference method. So the difference method returns a set containing the difference between two or more sets. So with this, we're going to return a set that contains the item that only exists in set X and not in set Y. Okay? So we're going to copy all this here. Okay, and we're going to copy it there, and we're going to call this the difference method. And our set is going to be X. Okay, and then we're going to create another set, which is going to be Y. So we'll put, let's do Google again. Okay. And let's do Amazon, okay, and then we'll do Vimeo. Okay, and then when I do z equals x dot difference and y, okay, we're going to print z, and what that's going to do is it's going to subtract y from our code, and we're going to YouTube and Facebook. And it also took out Google, okay, because Google was what? The difference method returns a set that contains the difference between two sets, meaning the return set contains items that exist only in the first set and not in both sets. So what that means is Google was in both sets, so it's not going to return Google, but it will return Facebook and YouTube because those two are only in the first set. Okay? So that is the difference method. Now we have the difference update method, which removes the items in a set that are also included in another specified set. Okay, so for this example, we can literally just copy all this code, okay, so that we can see the difference. And what we're going to do is it's going to be difference underscore update, okay? And so we can leave the same content in there. The only thing we're going to add here is an underscore and update. Okay, and then when we run this, let's see what happens. None, okay? So it returns nothing because they're not all the same. Okay, so now let's look at the next method here, which is the discard method. Okay, and that removes the specified item. Okay, so you can specify which item you want removed. So for this example, let's go up to our code up here. Let's try this one right here. Okay, so I'm going to copy that. Let's go down to the bottom here and let's do the discard method. Okay, and we have our set, and then what we're going to do is we're going to do our set dot discard, and let's discard Google. Okay, and then I'm going to print our set. So once I do that, then we only have YouTube and Facebook. Okay, so that's the discard method. Then we have the intersection method, which returns a set that is the intersection of two other sets. Okay, so for this, let's grab this code right here. Okay, let me undo that. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm going to copy all this. So Command A on the Mac, Control A on the PC, Command C on the Mac, Control C on the PC, and then Command V on the Mac, Control V on the PC to select all, copy, and then paste. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to change this to the intersection method. Okay, and then we have the same data here, but we're going to change this to intersection. Okay, and then I'm going to run this, and let's see how that goes. So we have Google. Okay, so what it's going to do is it's going to return a set that contains the items that exist in both set X and set Y. And in this example, it's Google. Okay, so the next one we want to talk about is the intersection update, which removes the item which is set that are not present in other specified sets. Okay, so with this, we're going to use the same data, same code as before, Okay, I'll paste that here. And what we're going to do is we're going to do intersection update. Okay. You can see how this is valuable because it allows you to manipulate the data the way you need it to get it to do what you want. Okay. So there's none. Okay. So it removes the items that is not present in both X and Y. Okay. Okay, then let's talk about the IsDisjoint. Okay, so this method returns whether two sets have an intersection or not. I almost said interaction, but that doesn't make sense. I got to pause myself here and not say the wrong word. So let's do IsDisjoint method. Okay, and what we're going to do is keep the same data here. We're going to change this to IsDisjoint. Okay, and then let's print that and run it. It's false. Okay, so returns true if no items in set X is present in set Y. That's false because Google is in both. Okay, so that is IsDisjoint. IsSubset, let's look at that. And that's going to be returns whether another set contains this set or not. Okay, so for this example, we're going to write out a completely different line of code. So I'll just do IsSubset method. Okay, and we're going to do X equals curly brackets, and let's just do A comma B comma C. Okay. And then we're going to do Y equals E comma F comma G H I. And then let's do C B A. Okay, and then we'll do Z equals X dot is subset Y. Okay, and then print Z. And then run that, and it's true. Okay. Then let's look at the IsSuperset, which returns whether this set contains another set or not. Okay, and we're going to use the same data, very same exact data. Paste that in, and we'll do IsSuperset. Okay? And we'll do IsSuperset. We'll run that, and it's false. Okay? Then let's look at pop. So pop removes an element from the set. So when I run this, let's grab our data from up here, or our code, I should say. And let's go up to our set here, okay? And let's just grab this, okay? And then we'll paste it here. And I'm going to do pop method. This data is going to be the same. And then we're going to do our set.pop, okay? And then print our set. Okay, and when I run that, I get Google and Facebook, okay? Now we can give it a value to remove an item, but this is to remove a random item from the set, okay? Now the other method we can use is remove. Removes a specified element, okay? So pop removes an element from the set. Remove removes a specified element, okay? So if you just want a random set to be deleted, then you would run the pop. But if you want a specific item to be removed or element to be removed, then you would call on this. We would do our set.remove, and then we would remove Facebook. Okay, and then when I print this, okay, I run it, what happens? YouTube and Google are left. Okay, so there you go. And then we have Cymetric Difference, which returns a set with a symmetric difference of two sets. Okay, so for this, again, we'll use the same code here. I'm going to use this right here. We'll paste that down here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go over here and we'll do Cymetric underscore difference. Okay. It's going to be method. And then down here, what we'll do, so it's so X, we need X and Y. So we're going to grab this right here. Okay. So grab both of those and we'll copy that here. And then we'll do Z equals X dot Cymetric underscore difference Y. Okay. And then we're going to print Z. So when I run that, what happens? We get Facebook, YouTube, Amazon, and Vimeo. Okay. Returns a set that contains all items from both sets except items that are present in both sets. So it's going to eliminate Google from both and then display the other 4. Okay. So that's a great way to see how that works. Then we have Cymetric Difference Update, which inserts the cymetric differences from this set and another. Okay. So we'll use the same data again, or the same code, and we'll just update let's copy all of it and then paste it in here. And what we'll do is because it's the Cymetric Difference Update, we'll just add update here. Okay, underscore update, and then we're also going to add that here. Okay, when I run that, what happens? None. So it removes the items that are present in both sets and inserts the items that is not present in both sets. So there are none. So it worked the way it's supposed to. Okay. Then we have union method, which returns a set containing the union of sets. So with this, return a set that contains all the items from both sets. Duplicates are excluded. Okay. So when I grab this, all this code again, and I paste it down here, and we change this to union method. Okay. And I noticed something here. Let me fix this real quick. I pasted twice, so there we go. Okay, that looks good now. Union method, and then we have the right code here. We have Z equals, it's going to be X.union, okay? But everything else stays the same, okay? And so when we run that, we get YouTube, Google, Amazon, Vimeo, and Facebook, okay? So there you go. That's the union method. Okay, now the update method, it updates the set with the union of this set and others, okay? So when I do this set, or this method I should say, insert the item from set Y into set X. Okay, so we're going to grab this right here, okay, and we're going to paste it down here. We'll change this to update method, okay. We'll use the same code here, and we're going to change this, instead of Z equals, we're going to do X.update, and we're going to do Y, and we're going to print X instead of Z. So when I run that, what happens? YouTube, Google, Amazon, Vimeo, and Facebook. Okay? So that is the set methods. Now I know this is a long-winded video, I understand, but it's important to understand all these different methods and what they do and have a good idea of what they do so that you can use them in your Python journey, because I assure you, in one way or another, you are going to run into one of these methods, if not most of them, okay? Because sets are very important in Python. It's a very crucial data type in Python. And so methods are very important to understand, and it's a cross-the-board kind of thing. Even if you're not using Python, if you're using JavaScript, methods are used there too, okay? And other programming languages as well. So it's a very important thing. It's a very important concept to understand, that it's not just used in Python, but this is, the focal point here is Python. So we want to focus on the set methods in Python, which is what I've been doing, and we went through a lot of them, so I understand that. So I just want to say thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.